When most of us get a headache, we usually find quick relief in the medicine cabinet. But for Sharon Barney, it was never that easy.
I will never forget the day that I had my first migraine headache. I was at high school and it was a very hot day, and suddenly I couldn't see. Everything became very blurry and lights flashing in my eyes. It was very disturbing. Then I began to get an excruciating headache.
Sharon soon learns that a migraine is more than just a bad headache. Besides nausea and head pain, symptoms can include blurred vision, dizziness, and hypersensitivity to light, sound, and smell. And they often come with warning signals.
My vision would become blurred with flashing lights around the periphery, or I would become numb on one side of my body. Even the roof of my mouth would become numb. And I knew at that point that I would be getting a migraine.
The cause of the migraines is a mystery for Sharon and her doctors. The diagnosis is easy. Finding a prescription that works is not.
The traditional medical community could not do anything for me. They could do no more than just describe really my symptoms and tell me that yes, it typically is women who suffer migraines as opposed to men. That was really all they could tell me.
Sharon suffers through various medications during her teen years. A heart medication that thins the blood makes her feel lightheaded and dizzy. Another makes her feel lethargic and depressed.
And they work only after you get the migraine. There's no prevention. A person still has to wait until they get those signs to take those drugs. And the pain has already begun, and you've got to still live through that. There really are no conventional remedies that do work, and yet the population in general believe that they do work. Drugs were the only option available. That really, it didn't matter how strong the drug was as long as it got rid of it. And it was only when I got a little older that I started to be much more critical of the therapies and really began to believe that perhaps the drugs themselves were causing a lot of the after effects. So at some point in my life, I stopped taking everything for those migraines and found it preferable to suffer through them, and the next day I did not feel as poorly.
Sharon is working for the family business now, still coping with pain that can come at any time.
When I recognized I was getting a migraine, everything would stop. I didn't want to drive because typically I couldn't see.
If it happened after 4 o'clock, she was history. She'd go to bed and that would be it for the rest of the day. If she woke up with one, maybe if she had an afternoon nap, by 3 or 4 she'd be up, and then she'd be quite normal, and then we'd have dinner. There's no other way I could help her, though.
Dealing with her pain is part of Sheila's normal routine, but that routine is about to change.
This particular girlfriend told me that she had gone to see a naturopathic doctor and that she was very, very impressed with the results.
With nothing to lose, Sharon makes an appointment to see naturopath Dr. Angela Moore.
She spent an hour and a half with me in my first visit with her, and she asked me about so many aspects and functions of my body that no one had ever asked me before.
I didn't learn just about the fact that she suffered from this head pain. I learned a lot of things about her lifestyle, her diet, what kind of a person she was, and a lot of details that I took into consideration in viewing her from a holistic perspective.
I was so impressed by the attention that she afforded me. Perhaps that comforted me immediately, that she really listened to me. She did not make assumptions about what I had or what my problem really was.
It was really important to me that I assure her that I was taking her seriously and that that wasn't normal to live with that kind of head pain and that there were things that could be done about it.
Sharon and Dr. Moore immediately set to work to get to the root of Sharon's migraines, and the first stop was detox and diet.
Detoxification nearly always includes some dietary changes, removing foods that tend to cause mucus, that tend to cause a buildup of toxicity, and increasing the kinds of foods that enhance the removal of toxins from the body.
In addition to that, we did begin the process of finding the correct herbs to assist the body in healing itself.
Feverfew is a herb that's used commonly in naturopathic practice. It usually involves the person taking the herb daily for a long period of time. It's not just taken when the pain comes, it's taken preventively.
It was the addition of the feverfew that was able to diminish the severity of the migraine attacks and diminish the number of them so that I was able to lead a more normal life.
Sharon made a number of changes in her lifestyle, made many changes in her diet. She's taking appropriate supplements for her lifestyle. The feverfew by itself would not have achieved the results that Sharon has achieved from all the changes that she's made.
I do ensure that I always eat properly. I do aerobics and I do weightlifting. That was very important to me as well, to gain strength. That ensures that I maintain balance, that my mind, body, and spirit are working together.
The road to recovery has been an important learning process, one that Sharon Barney has embraced with the same determination she used to ensure that her pain would never stand in her way.
It took me a process of 6 years to get to a stage of relative health, and I believe that I am still in the process of attaining health, that it never stops, that it is a constant, that we really must take care of our health.
Naturopathic medicine involves changing a person's lifestyle and habits.
There really are remedies that can help you. You really must commit yourself to them. There really is no easy answer to it, but if you're willing to do it, it definitely can be done.